Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and start by taking off the lower radiator hose. I cannot drain the radiator like you normally would because the last time I switched out the thermostat housing, which I didn't record that one, um, the last time I did that, the drain peg broke off. So yes, it doesn't leak, but I can't take it off now. So I cannot unscrew it like you normally would. So the only way I can do it is the old school way, which is basically jank off the low radiator hose and pretty much take a bath. So I don't know which arm is going to take a bath today, but we'll see. Because last time I think it was my left hand, so I don't know which one's going to be today. So gotta get down here. Yes, I'm using this bucket to capture all the coolant that we can possibly capture. Hopefully you guys can see. It's wet outside, so I'm gonna be using these. Let's see. So here is the lower radiator hose. We're gonna loosen this off and take it off. First I gotta loosen off the clamp. This is a clamp that I put on. Yeah, that one's in there pretty good. Huh. There we go. Let's make sure that goes that way. Actually, what I'm gonna do, I don't want this to fall into the coolant bucket that I have, so I'm gonna zip it up. If I can, there we go. There. Now it's not gonna come off. Okay. Now let's start by peeling off the sides of it. This cover will get in your way. Some people decide that it's better to take off the cover. There we go. Start leaking. Doing it like this, it will make your neck hurt a little. Okay, come on. My neck is hurting. Okay, gently. Hopefully I can get this all in there. All in the bucket, come on. All in the bucket. There we go. Alright. That, I call it perfect. That was a perfect drain. How come I wasn't able to get it perfect last time? I don't know. Man, but that was a perfect drain. I mean, I don't think I can get better than that. I don't think you can get better than that. That didn't get wet or anything. Perfection. And there you go. All I used was this one and this guy. Originally it comes with those spring clamps, so you don't use this. I think the one that I had, it was so rusty, I decided, you know what, I'm just going to replace it with one of those clamps that you tighten up with an 8mm socket, and that was it. So what I'm going to do now, since it's pretty much done draining, I'm going to go back in there. I'm going to plug it back in, and yeah, because it's not going to drain anything else. It just drained what I needed it to drain. If I didn't drain this, I'd be having this drainage coming from the operator hose at a the same level of drain, but with a whole lot of, let's just put it, it would have been a chaotic drain because all of that would have been falling on radiator, on the fan, on the clutch, on this hose, on the other hose, on everything would have been falling on. So doing it this way, it saves you that hassle. So it's, I mean, there's pressure. There was pressure. You saw the pressure when it started coming out. There was a good amount of pressure on the radiator hose. So yeah, much simpler this way. So let's put this back over here, tighten it up. There. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Now I'm gonna take what I just got right here. Try not to make it spill. This is pretty much perfect condition coolant. So I'm gonna keep it closed, and this is what I'm gonna put back in the car once I'm done. Yeah. So I see that the heater core valve is a little wet, and there is nothing around here, around this area, that would make it wet other than it started to seep or have a small leak of coolant. So I'm actually going to replace that. I already made an order in AutoZone, and they're going to be bringing it as soon as they can. So this part right here, if you go to AutoZone with and you make that line where everybody goes to, it's gonna run you like around almost $30 for that part with taxes. About $30 with taxes. If you have your commercial account like I do, oh, this is coming off. If you have your commercial account like I do, you're only gonna pay about $17 to $18 for the same part. Okay, so it pays off to have your own commercial account. You save some money while doing that. So what I'm going to do now is take this off. This comes off easily. This right here. Oh, I didn't see that the camera was too close to the hood. So this, simply just push it over to the side, and it comes off. Okay, you see that? That's the whole thing. Let me put it back in so you guys can see. So you see it won't go in if this is not pushed over. If you push it over, push it all the way in and it locks in place, right? Same thing, push it over and it comes off. It's that simple. That's how it should have been done for that Chevy Malibu that I worked. Okay, and let's take this off. I guess I got this in. I do. I had it full power. That's why I zipped it out real quick. And we're gonna need that one. I'm gonna leave this. I'm not gonna take the entire. I'm not gonna take the air box off. I don't think I have to. What's that? There it is. Okay. Sometimes you gotta do this so that rubber can separate from the plastic and help you get the rubber part out. There we go. It's coming. Sometimes it takes its precious time, but it's gonna go. Okay, that one's about to go. Separate this one. There we go. I think there's a hose on it. No, there's no hose underneath. It's just this thing. There. Okay. Let's see. Let's pull it again. It's probably the bottom part getting staying in place rather than coming off. There we go. There we go. So we can see my intake pipe is clean. Very, very clean. That's how it should be. It's very, very clean. So now we have access again to these right here. You probably can now see a little better. You can see it's a little, looks a little wet right there, and it's 4 hoses and 1 valve. Yeah, 4 hoses. Yeah, that's gonna be fun, but we have to do it. We have to do it. No choice. So, okay, that's metal. Alright, so we can start by taking this little guy off. Let's see if we can set you around here somewhere. I just don't want to fall too far down to the point where I can't find it later or it's hard to reach. I just want to twist it between these wires. There you go. Okay. So I'm gonna get that those pliers for the spring clamps here and go one by one. So the difference between each one of these, if you don't know, this one is like very close access and it's got this locking mechanism that once you put it tight, you can't really open it, you see, unless you do this and then you open it like that. And then this one is pretty much about the same. I don't know how this got so dirty, but anyways, this is about the same. It's got locking mechanism right here. You pull on it and it releases the tension here on this. So if you were to put it, you see that, and then later it won't come off, and you're holding on pretty good onto that clamp. So yeah, this is really good for when it's like a long distance that you can't reach, and this is really good for when it's like really close to you. So let me go ahead and start with these. Let me get some light in here. I'm actually going to turn off this one. We don't need it right now. I think we're good with the 1.5. So let's see. I don't know whether to try to start with the top one or the bottom one. This one's really close to the valve right here. That one might be a little tricky to get off. Let me try it out. Okay. There we go. Then we can just leave it over here. You saw that, right? It was that simple. Let's go get the other one. Oh, just so you know, this rounded part goes to this part right here. That's very thin, and then this one, the open slot one, is going to go to the thicker one. And if you do the other way around, you could risk that the slotted part right here would slip off, and then you got more trouble doing it. And the cool thing about these is that they turn, so you could grab it sideways like this, like that, doesn't matter. So the next one, let's see. Okay, voila. Let's get the other one down there. Okay, and we have that last one. Might be a little tricky to get to. Oh, I got the clamps. You gotta put it away. Let's see. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna do is start using these and try to get the hoses that come off of themselves, of the connections, I mean. And yes, it will most likely leak some coolant. What I'm gonna do, instead of leaving it there, I'm gonna move this guy. Sorry for hitting you. I'm gonna move this guy over to this side. Just about. They self-adjust. So as I say, you're not really sure exactly where to put it, you open it up like that, and as you're closing, it locks in. It's already getting wet because it's releasing from the plastic pipe. Ow. That was my left thumb. Ah. Ow. Felt that one. There we go. Ah, nailed it. It's falling directly on the pan. Ah man, but that one hurt right here. Still feel it. Okay, 1 down, 3 to go. I'm pretty sure putting these back on it's gonna be a piece of cake, but it's just taking them off where you always gonna have trouble. There we go. That one's coming off. There we go. Just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, we got 2 down, 2 to go. Now we're at the moment where this thing is in the way, and I'm thinking whether, let's see, can we move this guy up like this? Yeah. Oh yeah, we can. I think I'm gonna need that wrench. I mean, I said wrench for some reason, I don't know why. It's actually pliers. Let's break it loose. Okay. Yeah, the seals are broken off already. Or whatever was holding it in place, it doesn't want to come off. So sometimes you just be patient. You know what? I'm gonna try to get this top one off. Maybe if I am able to do that, I can flex this hose over this way. It'll be easier. So let's do that. Let's try to get this one off. Seeing that the other one doesn't want to help me out, so I'm gonna get the air box out of the way so it can give me a little bit more space. Yeah, this one's pressed in, so Oh, my parts are here. Gotta get this out of here. It's got like some weird design for it to go in place, but you know what? Oops. It's a little dirty, not that much. Let's put it right here. Let's see what's going on. There we go. Put this over here. Alright. Now I can probably get a little bit more movement. Oh, I also have this thing right here leaking. It's probably got a hole in one of the hoses that go to the windshield washer nozzles. So every time I put windshield washer in that thing, it just leaks it out. Alright. Come to daddy. There we go. There we go. Okay, we got one left. Okay. All right. It did sound like it did crack, but I don't see any cracking. I don't know, but can't really see where it was having that little seepage because it's all over. It's wet all over the place. But got it out. Simple as that. Now let's put it back in so we can then get back to doing the thermostat housing. New one's here. Back in there. There. And as you can see, it's the same. This is most likely a Ford. I just don't see the logo Ford anywhere. It might not be Ford. But anyways, this is a 4-season part right here. 4-season. And they might be the same. I see that the arrow is very, very similar. So this could be a 4-season. This could have been replaced before. I don't know. So let's put it there and let's put this back on like it goes. Essentially the same order that I took it off, we're going to do the opposite now. So knowing that this is the hose that you cannot move, I might as well just put that first. Voila, that's in. Let's put this one in. Okay, let's put this other one in. Okay, and the bottom one. Almost all the way in. Give me one more push. There we go. Okay. Alrighty, guys. So now we're just going to clamp it up where it goes. Eventually this is all going to dry off. I'm not going to worry about it. and it goes like that, so I don't want to lose the perspective of how it goes. This one, put it pretty much the same way as it was originally. There we go. Let's do the same thing with this one. Oh, come on. Okay. Okay. Now let's do this one. Okay. And top one right here. Okay. And there we are, people. Everything's nice and tight. Didn't break any hoses. And now we got a brand new water heater control valve. That's gonna last me I don't know how many miles. But what I can say is that if this is not the original, I'm not sure. So if anybody knows down here anything about that, just say so. This could be a Four Seasons, just like that one that I just installed. If it is, knowing that this vehicle has 182,000 miles, so I would say every 80,000 miles, no, every 90,000 miles, I would have to replace this. I'm just spitballing here too, so I could be completely wrong on that. I've been wrong before, so. Alright, so that's done. Now let's go do what we came here to do in the first place. Yeah. Oops, sorry. Oh yeah, the hose. Yeah. Cannot forget the little hose. And now we're talking. Now we're good to go. Ha. Alright.